put the bitch hands behind her back, took her ass to jail. She crying, oh my God, I can't believe it. My friend. Bitch, you wasn't a friend to nobody. Nobody at that hotel room was a friend to that girl because, first of all, if it's her birthday, why is she missing and nobody knows where the fuck she is? Please, where is the life of the party? Because it's her party, you know? And that's just fucked up because whatever the reason was, or whatever they say she did or didn't do, whatever, she just didn't deserve that. And, you know, then later on today, later, a couple hours ago, because this is all in the same day that I'm like reading this shit. It was like early this morning. So a couple hours after that, there was another YouTube video saying that what the fuck did they say? Oh, saying that one of the girls isn't dead, or don't believe everything on social media, or I don't know. It's something very fishy going on, because they also said that they have a video of her walking to the hotel freezer on her own, like by herself, and she actually opened the door and went in. You know, and they were like, well, even if she was like super drunk, she, you know, wouldn't have been able to. I don't know if they were trying to say if she wouldn't have been able to pull the door open, because that's bullshit. But I don't know. They said they think maybe, well, the police think maybe somebody put something in her drink or something like that, because they was getting turned up. And if you watch the video, the one that I'm talking about, the first video, is the little dark-skinned bitch with the glasses on sitting on the bed. She's smoking, but the bitch never inhaled. Okay, I don't know if I just noticed this because, you know, I'll pay attention to all the details, but that could have been, you know, something too. You know, I don't know. I just feel like it's just really sad that you can't even be pretty and be a friend, or just be pretty, or just be a friend. Like, it's, people are going to hate you for one reason or another, and that's just sad. I mean, I don't specifically hate anybody. Well, my stepdad, can't stand his fucking ass, but that's the only person I hate, like fully, like 100%. But other people like that I know, I don't hate them at all, but maybe some of them do things that I do hate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's kind of different. But, you know, this little girl's never going to go to college. She's never going to be able to, you know, have a baby or get married, or, you know, taste a new flavored Starburst. Or it's just really sad. And for anybody who has kids, especially daughters, it's like, I mean, watch out, because these little bitches are growing up faster than the calendar can be turned. So it's like, I mean, no, they all think they're smart. Once they start bleeding and start fucking, then they think they're grown too. It's like, no. You gotta watch your kids. You gotta watch your kids watch other kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, see how they interact with their friends. You know, don't intervene if anything is going on or anything like that. Just see how your kid handles the situation, you know, because sometimes kids fight with their friends, and sometimes some kids might come over to, you know, your son or daughter's house and spend a night and be like, oh, I don't sleep on the floor at my house, and I'm not going to sleep on the floor here. You can though, and it's like, how did your son or daughter respond to their friend? Like, did they say, oh, okay, well, do you want me to call you an Uber so you can go home? Or do they say, well, bitch, tonight you're sleeping on the floor and when you go home, you don't have to anymore? Or do they just punk out and, just let it go? Whatever. It's like situations like that kind of help you see, I want to say, how tough or laid back your kid is going to be. You don't want one of those kids that, let too much shit slide and then all of a sudden he blow the fuck up and then, the whole school got to suffer. You don't want one of those. But you don't want that kid that is the baddest nigga, the baddest bitch in the school, and everybody loves and hates them at the same time. And the first time, some kid comes in with a machine gun, they're looking for your son or daughter first. Like, no, you don't want that for your kid neither. So you gotta kind of find like a medium middle, and just, I don't know, we just gotta pray for these kids. The boys are wearing rompers, the girls is wearing gold grills. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'm tired of saying that I'm old, because I'm not old. I'm just tired of new shit. Okay, like I and inside my age is like 64, 65 on the inside. Like that's how I feel on the inside. Not like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed and I can't walk, but just like set in my ways, just I don't like, if I'm not blasting my music, I don't think you should be blasting yours. I don't want to hear it. Don't wake me up. Let me wake up on my own. Don't pop up at my house. It's just like certain stuff that, people my age would normally be like, oh, who does that? Who cares about all those type of things? Like I do, so it's just like, that's how you have to be with your kids. And, yeah, that's it. I just want to send my prayers out to, Kanika Jenkins' parents, and yeah, that's all I can say about that. Okay, remember last week I said that I wanted you guys to send me letters about how you felt about hooking up in the workplace, relationships with coworkers. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? And I got a couple letters, and I mean, I appreciate all of them, but two of them really stood out. Like they were both tied neck and neck for like awesomeness and sadness. But I only chose one to read since I think my time is winding down now. And this is from, let's just say Pedro. Pedro says, Miss G, sleeping with someone that you work with or starting a relationship with someone at your job is the worst thing that you could possibly do. I was married to my wife for 4 years and we have a son. She stopped doing the things that she normally would do and focused on our son more than me. This girl started working at our job and I was to train her. That meant that I would have to spend more time than I would have wanted to with her. She was very attractive, I was not in ever in a oh, sorry. I was never in a relationship with someone that was a different race than I am. And of course, since I'm saying his name is Pedro, he has to be Hispanic. Anyways, any and I lost my place. And so I thought, yes, this is a fine sister. Sister. He spelled it Systa. Anyways, I trained her. We became close. She told me her life story. I told her mine. And one day after work, she came up and kissed me. And it was so sudden that my only reaction was to kiss her back. And yes, I know it was wrong because I'm married, but things haven't been going well for us, like I said. And this woman was here for me, like she knew what I needed or was missing at home, even though I never, in all capital letters, never complained about my wife or said anything about us having problems. I just never mentioned her at all. Wow. Okay, long story short, me and my coworker were together for about 5 months before my wife mysteriously found out what I was doing and who I was doing it with. But she doesn't talk to anybody that I work with, so I am not sure how she got this information. My coworker got a promotion and asked me to move in with her. I couldn't do that because I lived at home with my wife and my son. I never wanted to leave my wife. I just hoped that things would get better between us. I just didn't know how to try or where to start. My coworker became my boss and broke things off with me when I told her that I was not going to move in with her. She then told my wife everything about us, but my wife had already known, but she did not know all the details, and it hurt my wife. I hurt her like I've never hurt anyone before, and I had help. After confronting my coworker slash now boss, I was fired. And I thought, there's no way this bitch could fire me because we had a relationship. A week or two later, I was served a restraining order. But it was not from my coworker. It was from my wife. I left home from work during my lunch to go home And I pulled up and